the car is behaving really well. This track is super easy on tires. It's quite easy on the car. As you may know, I always start out with very little grip, both with the shocks and both with the tires, and just feel it out a little bit. So look who's back, Mr. Winknick, Johnny Bones.
Got some videos of you out there.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Good.
you're a fan.
Thanks man, I'm
Yeah.
just taking it super easy right now.
Yeah.
Double up more. This is my friend Brendan. If there was a movie about Vietnam, this guy would be like the one they thought he was like dead and like we lost him, and then he emerges from the jungle victoriously. Like this man obviously again did the unthinkable, did the head gasket and stuff back at Y Plate. There we go. Good stuff man. See you out in the track. Seen the car myself, but I'm gonna be heading out now to the villain's shop, which is where the car is being flatbedded, and I got some parts from George Coupe.
Oh yeah, this special piece for BMWs, that's pretty standard issue. So you can like, they kind of long that was yeah, really jumping it. So that's not one.
Holy fuck, is it getting a light? So, Brian had a little problem with the car, as we've all seen, hit the wall, and yeah, it was one of those nights where we just all kept going. It wasn't super easy because when we had the rear control arm in place, it was still towing out. So I had to cut the actual control arm in half and weld it back together in the correct place. And the guys really pulled through. Such an amazing help from the villains by lending us the shop and all their tools and all their stuff. And yeah, this is what this week's all about. Another wonderful morning here in Washington. I had almost no sleep, and it's like 2-3 hours I think. I did some work. We arrived here back at the Airbnb at like I think 6 in the morning. Pretty cool. Brian is out on the track with his car again, running legit. So this is good.
Wow.
Great effort by all the guys involved. legendary driver.
Very unlucky today.
He thinks ahead a lot, actually. But there's one thing, like on Drift Week, he always takes the quarter panels off on the very first event.
So to start off with a bang, right?
It's pretty cool. I like it. But this thing always seems to come back. So another Utah legend, Mrs. Seth Waldron. That I want to be Seth when I grow up. So shit happens to everybody, like something like a dumb incident, like there was some dirt or tire debris on the part of the track where you're not always driving. So he spun out a little bit, but knowing this guy is going to be totally fine. Oh, I know you will. And like the front control arm was gone, like all the steering was gone, and the rear wheel was having like 3 inches toe out. And these cars have an E30 rear end, and there's basically a beam that goes from left to right, and they have like a lot of camera gain when you lower them. Like on Drift Week 2, Brian had a problem right over here, so he booger welded all this up. This is not factory, this is like a thing that people do to get it to zero camber and to give it a little bit of toe adjustment. So he booger welded this a little bit, like I think it was at NOLA at Drift Week 2. So that wasn't a problem, but these things are traditionally weak, especially because normally this thing sits here. Now it sits higher, so there's more leverage. So if the thing gets hit, all these plates, like there's, don't believe it or not, but there's a metal plate under here. These plates were all bent, which meant that the car was like on bizarre toe out. So I straightened all those plates out. There's 2 back there as well, like on that side there's 2. You can see them over there. So those plates, like I set them straight, and then we put the thing on, and it was still not correct. So what I did then, so it was still like on an inch toe out. So then I cut this piece here, I cut it right through, and we just pushed the whole thing, pushed the whole assembly forward. Then it went on neutral toe. So I welded this up at the villain shop, so the arm is welded over here. And now it's some pretty good toe. It's got a bit more camber than we wanted, but it's driving again. Those guys worked their ass off. The motor mounts were broken, like the whole front suspension was shot, like nothing, everything was touching, the whole body was touching the wheel. So John's Matt Field doing something on his Corvette. It's probably not broken because it's a GM product, so it's probably nothing wrong with it. Is it broken, Matt, or not?
It's just my hitch for the dirt bikes. There's a crack in the tube, so I'm gonna weld it up.
So for some reason Matt has a hitch with dirt bikes.
Not for some reason, for a very good reason.
Oh, there's
dirt bikes are fucking sick. That's
right. Okay, that's. And our fielding shredder is here in the shop where we worked yesterday. So fielding is like a paid actor of Lone Star Drift, and Aaron writes these scripts.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
So Aaron basically pays fielding to create like drama content for drifting stuff. So it's like, so
someone's gonna believe you out.
Yeah. So they come up with these. So they have a beer together and like, you know what we should do? We should pretend that your power steering pump went bad. You know, and they're like, yeah, let's do that. And they're like,
twice in a row.
You know, to make it like when people say no, if that's scripted, it wouldn't be twice in a row. So it's like that's what it is. So yeah, so fielding's doing a great job acting out. Like you should get an Oscar for this.
You know,
one.
honestly, if that were true, I would at least have all the tools that were needed.
No, have you never seen scripted like car shows? Like it's just this, you know.
Here we are.
So what was in the script this time?
I mean, my tires are about to blow out, and I'm gonna have to do a 4-hour drive tomorrow. So
Don't you have other tires?
I do, but they're on the truck that's not here.
Your truck? Why is your truck not here?
No, so they're not on my truck. They're on Rudy's truck, but they're gone.
Oh damn!
So I'm gonna flip these.
Flip the tires, yeah. I was gonna say I have a good idea for that. And what else? So why is it on a lift for that?
We had to do the rack, so replace the rack. Cleaned out the whole power steering system. We're replacing the pump again.
Oh, damn.
I replaced the cooler this time, so new cooler, new lines, and I added a filter just in case.
Okay, cool.
So,
well,
how's that for scripting?
That's a really good script, man. Aaron is such a creative guy. Like, it's incredible.
Right.
just about to just leave the system, put the wheels on, and go.
Okay, cool. What? JJ.
I'm so sad.
Cabriolet. It was a fresh motor too.
Oh no! How did you pop it?
I don't know. I think it was thin oil. I put 540. I usually don't.
We're only what? 1/4 of the way down with each trip.
So that's a whole car full of people. It's basically an MPV now. Multiple people vehicle. We got Andrew, obviously photographer legend, and we got Brandon, aka the Renegade, whose car has a small drive shaft failure and there's no parts yet. So we're taking him with us so he doesn't have to walk to the restaurant. And hopefully we'll have the parts real soon and have that car running as well. It's been a super cool day. It's last day at Finland. They're super solid people. They're all very stancy, so all their cars are super stands out, super sig wheels and all that stuff. So yeah, they're kind of mimicking Japan a little bit, which is funny in this part of the world. So cool stuff.